Kathy, you can touch this. Maddie's face is beat. I look beat.
I don't think you do.
Thick. I'm trying. My hair, I feel. It might have been the beach water, guys. We did go on our beach vacay.
We did.
Maddie did get eaten by a shark.
There was a shark in Sandwich. Yeah.
When?
One of the days that it was raining.
Oh.
So we were safe because we weren't in the water.
Oh my God.
Also, I can't speak to how close to shore it was.
Where did you hear about it?
Oh, I saw it,
was it
on the Sharktivity app. I seen her, but I'm not going to scare the public at large. Nobody needs to know.
How early? When did you see this?
I saw it on Thursday.
And this was on Thursday?
No, I saw it the day I left, actually. I saw it on Saturday.
Oh, okay. So it didn't even scare you either, because it didn't have the chance. It was after, post.
Correct.
Post incident. Damn it,
I was scared the whole time in the water anyways.
Whoa, what was it, Friday? I got pretty deep. There might have been a shark out there.
No, and there probably was.
There probably was. It's their home. Yeah, I cannot forget that.
Whoa, you got a big glass of water there.
It's sparkling.
Oh, just classic sparkling?
Yeah. No, ew. Lime. I won't
Ew.
No, I need a flame.
I hate lime. No, I hate lime though.
Yeah, you did get pretty upset when I said I had raspberry lime.
Yeah. Gross.
What are you drinking? Are you drinking a soda water?
Yeah, the Guy Fieri Flavortown apple pie a la mode.
You really liked that one, right? Or no, the other ones you really liked?
I prefer the coconut lime one. But this one is good. It is delicious.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Sorry about it.
Sorry about it. Life goes on.
We're booked and busy girls. But whatever, we're not gonna harp on it because we're still gonna be producing and we're gonna be so fun and sexy. I'm editing something right now and it's taking so long, and I hope I didn't make a mistake by taking it from one editing platform to another. Learning. And I hate learning. I hate learning on important nights. You know what I mean? Like, I hate learning close to a deadline. And now's not the time I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be done.
Are those new glasses?
Yes, they are.
Not to go unrelated. When did you get them?
I got them about a month or so ago. Firmoo, don't come for me. But I ordered 2 pairs of glasses. I'd spoken with you about this, and I wasn't sure on them at first, so I tried to return them, and then Firmoo gave me credit back for my whole purchase and was like, buy again. And I was like, and I will. So I bought these and my brown sunglasses that I wore in the Cape. And I also ended up liking the pairs that I tried to return. So.
Oh, they didn't want the return though.
No, they like you. Don't take returns.
What ones did you not like?
The circle ones.
Could have given them to me.
No, well, I like them now. And then you have too many, dude. Your glass is a whole.
We have equal amounts now, I'd imagine. And
I don't think so.
I saw the you singing "Happy Birthday" to our sister, and whose glasses was she wearing?
Oh yeah, she really liked them.
They're mine. I need them.
She can't wear them. They're not her prescription.
Right. That's why.
You'll get them. Yeah, she was just wearing them for a little look. All right, she looked cute in them. Yeah. God forgive a girl on her birthday.
I know. That's the one thing about growing up with as many siblings as we did. I am so territorial over my things. It's one of my worst qualities.
Yeah, no, and I feel like
only with people close to me though. Like, if you're not close to me and I lend you something, I'm not going to make you feel any pressure about it. You know what I mean? Like, I lent a girl, one of my friends here, she was going to a music festival and it was really cold that day and I had worn a jacket to work and she didn't have time to go home before she was going to the festival. So I was like, just take my jacket and like bring it back next time we work together. It took her a bit to get it back to me, and it was like, I think like probably like 3 weeks later when I was finally like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, do you still have that, right?
Yeah.
But if that was you borrowing that, I lent a book to Krista, and I'm gonna have to text her soon. I'm gonna see if she's finished with it by the time I come back in August, because I need that back.
You lent me a book as well that you already are scheming to get back. I haven't even touched it, so it's going to be a little bit.
What one?
Rosemary.
Krista didn't finish that. Did you take
She's
it?
reading it? I didn't know she was reading it. I took it.
She was actively reading that book. She was probably like 30 or so, maybe even deeper. Check to see if you find your bookmark.
Well, I think I saw a bookmark and I was like, weird.
No, Krista was reading that.
I didn't know.
You text her right now and tell her that you have it, because she probably thinks I took it back.
And poor girl's down bad too because her phone's broken. Tough.
I think it's fixed now.
Well, it's barely fixed. She said bear with her.
Wait, I got a new phone case.
Show to us. Oh, I couldn't figure out the angle of that. That's very you. Very fun.
Me. Very me.
And haunted.
No, that one's not a haunted clown. You want to see haunted clowns?
Yeah. No. Where'd you get them? Why are they hidden under the desk? Where did you pull them out of?
They were a Christmas gift. No, they're on
From
display.
hell?
They're on display on my desk. I've got
Were
shelves
those just
on my
left
desk.
at your doorstep like Annabelle?
Exactly like that. Matt Rife actually personally dropped them off.
Matt Rife?
Get it?
A comedian?
Yeah, get it? Because he owns Annabelle now.
Huh? No, he doesn't.
Know that?
No. No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
Did you know Matt Rife owns Annabelle?
He owns the Warrens collection.
All of it?
All of it.
Damn, he got money.
But also, I'm like, you a freak for that. Why are you doing that?
Why are you doing that? But would you? I feel like you would.
God. Well, the thing is,
I don't know if I want to spill what's coming with all.
I'm not trying to.
That's crazy.
Run into Ed Warren.
How do you get to there? Do you know how much you bought it for?
No. I'll ask him next time he drops me off a clown.
Well, no, I do know that does have money, because I was told recently by a friend of his ish. They're like mutuals. That, and this could be a fabricated story, but he owns property in Texas, I think it's Texas, and he has spread out into like a farm-esque area and built additional houses on that, and like has housed his whole team.
Oh, that's cute.
In that, yeah, like in a little like commune.
But it's also low-key giving cult.
Also low-key giving cult. I mean, Gabriel Iglesias has done the same thing, but for him, it's like he bought one house and then purchased the houses right next door on both sides for his opener and I believe his assistant or something.
You guys mind if she hops on the mic real quick?
But I don't know. I recently kind of stumbled into a predicament like that, and I don't know how close I can be with work and pleasure, you know? Like, I like my space. And I think that's something I get very territorial over with growing up with all of you. And I fear
I like
the
my
OCD,
space.
And those two do not go well together for anybody but me.
Right.
It is an incredibly toxic environment to live in. Past roommates, my bad. That was my bad. Some sort of fight or flight kicked in. Oops. And it hasn't left ever since, and it's getting worse. I don't know how to stop that.
Therapy,
but I still take my daily pill. Alexa, please don't show your hole.
Only to me. Don't worry. She keeps that private.
He's not public. Okay, wait. So he bought the house, and he's now the legal guardian per the Providence Journal of the Annabelle doll. You freak.
You freak. And like,
He's
feel like
29. Such a mysterious age to do that. Oh. He's going to operate as an Airbnb. Oh.
I kind of get it.
Well, have you been seeing, Realtor.com estimated the value of the property. Oh, you're so close to that fast. At $627,600, and Zillow estimated the value at $594,000. So it's looking like he purchased it for less than $1 million.
I'm sure he did. It's in like what?
Huh?
This is
Rhode
the
Island?
Providence
Where is
Journal,
it?
so I'm gonna guess Rhode Island. Connecticut.
I almost said Connecticut. Damn it.
Uh,
But like that's kind of like the thing. Like you could stay at the Lizzie Borden house. You know what I mean? And an actual murder took place there. So like
What
I don't
was
think
her-
there's anything necessarily wrong with making it an Airbnb.
Did she do it, or is that something
Lizzie
that's like up in
Borden?
the air? Yeah.
It's like up in the air, in my opinion. And I've watched and read a lot on it. And
I really liked when they made her gay. I really enjoyed it.
yeah, did you ever see the movie with Kristen Stewart and Chloe? I never know how you say her last name.
Savigny or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, and
one of the
going
two.
opposite directions.
One of those two. They make.
Is that where they make her
like,
gay?
They're gay, but then they come out with this crazy theory that she committed the murder naked.
I do think that's the one that I saw.
I draw the line on that one. That was bad. That was bad. Alaska, please, mama.
Oops, heavy
That
feet.
sounded like it was a heavy hit, but she's just got big paws. The thing is, I'm not entirely convinced she didn't do it, but I'm also like, in terms of if I were on the jury, like I couldn't convict the girl.
What? Maybe we'll have to do an episode on that because I would love to know more about it.
Let me put that on my notes. We can run that. I can run that. I read a really, really dense book on it once, and
Book.
yeah, I've got it in my collection. That'll be a good spooky season episode.
Valley good. That would be Valley good. Well, I've been a friend. But speaking of topics,
Yes, get into it.
I would like to get into it. Which pretty loosey goosey. Guys, this is just gonna be a chill week. It might be a short episode. That's all right. Maddie and I, again, we're booked too busy. But I don't know if this has ever really been termed, but
Mhm.
I feel like we could bring to life the curse of the Jersey Shore. You know what I mean?
Whoa, what
Those-
is that?
It's very much just the Jersey Shore cast.
Sure.
They
No, I
were
figured as much.
going through the ringer, and a lot of them had a lot of significantly bad things happen a lot of the time.
Okay, let's get into it.
And the thing that made me think about this, which I'm going to say it and then I'm going to correct myself, or
Mhm.
what made me think of this was the Glee curse, and that's been like a huge thing. Like I think there was even like a 3-part series that came out around COVID about it.
We should do something on that too.
Well,
I'd love to be educated on that.
I can briefly talk about it at the beginning. It's very no, it's not short. It affected at least 4 of the cast members, I believe.
For
But
Glee or Jersey Shore?
Glee.
Okay.
But Kevin McHale, one of the stars, Artie,
Yeah.
he actually recently stated that like it makes him genuinely upset when people call it the Glee curse.
Oh.
Because he's like, all of these things did happen, but they are not tied together, nor are they tied with the show. Which, like, completely
Sure.
fair. It is just
And that is his
One-
lived experience.
right. Well, at least 2 of the incidents happened during the filming of the show, but also I have a feeling too that like Ryan Murphy probably doesn't want to be tied with that, and like I do believe at least half majority of the cast are still close with Ryan, so like they wouldn't want to speak poorly on his legacy, but that's very much just an assumption.
You'd think he'd put them to work more.
Right. Right.
I really don't be if they're such good friends, why aren't they working?
No, and I don't be seeing them. That's
I
low
don't
key.
be
That was one
seeing
of the
them.
first things I thought when I had heard, because I had tried
Because I'm
to
sure
listen.
him and Jessica Lange are really good friends, and she always seems to be in his projects.
And
Him and Kathy Bates seem real tight.
oh god, I would love. I think that would be a celebrity that like would be on like my top 5 list to meet alive.
Kathy Bates.
Yeah, I would love to meet Kathy Bates. I feel like
Wow.
she's phenomenal.
I love that.
She's
We could talk about fried green
everywhere.
tomatoes.
Oh my god, hello, Titanic.
Towanda!
But
The Office. She's really touched everything.
she's touched everything. Kathy, you can touch this.
The rooms that she's been in. Misery.
What's that?
I believe it's a Stephen King novel.
Classic.
Misery. It's about she plays a woman who kidnaps her favorite author and like holds him hostage. We watched it when we were really young. She's quite young in it.
Yeah, so for the Glee thing, I think it starts, unfortunately, in this close to my heart with the death of Corey Monteith.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge,
that's
devastating loss.
Mid-show, correct?
That was in I believe the 5th season. I think it was like right at the top of the 5th season.
And so he's a cast member at this time, or
he's a cast member at the time, and he had like dropped out of a couple of episodes right before too. But they still had a storyline developed for him, and they had to write it in the show
that
he passed away. And they were actively filming at the time, and they had
were
also,
their characters
like,
still in high school? Do you know?
part of them. So the way that it's split up is like
So
some
Rachel
were still
wasn't.
in high school. Rachel was not. Rachel was in college.
Okay.
It might have been the 4th. Let me see. I want to clarify. Yeah, 5th season. Okay, it's the 3rd episode of the 5th season. So he might have been in that first episode. I'm not entirely sure, but the episode is called "The Quarterback." Devastating loss. Devastating that they filmed, but I don't know. I think like I know it was reported that like some of them were like he'd want the show to go on, but
Sure.
a lot of their reactions were rumored to be true. Like there's a part where Santana and Naya Rivera like genuinely freaks out, like is having like almost like a psychotic episode where she just like can't stop screaming. And they said that like that's true. And it's like, if that's true, why the did you keep it in?
Cut the cameras.
Cut the cameras. But God, I don't know. So really sad. But that you can't tie that to a curse because Corey did have a past of substance abuse.
Sure.
I was very much known about him, and he touched the H. He did dabble. Couldn't take our dab, but it'd take Corey Monteith. My bad. Too far?
Not for me.
Not far enough. Perfect. So that was devastating. And him and Leah were like I believe they were engaged at that time. They were like soon to be married. Oh God, would have been a beautiful wedding. I can place where I was on the day. I remember seeing it on Instagram. I probably had, this was what, 2014, 2013, I think. I probably had like an iPhone. What generation was that at that point? Probably like
Did you have an iPhone at that point? I didn't get an iPhone until my senior year of high school.
Oh, and
and I had to buy it myself.
Well, I think I might have. No, because I would have been 13 at the time, so I wouldn't have been working to buy one.
Probably. Did you have on your iPad?
Maybe it was an iPod. I probably had an iPod.
Mini iPad.
Yeah.
You did not.
No,
I
think it was
screen iPod.
I did. Mom let me buy one for my birthday with my birthday money. She said I could split it with her. And she said the only reason, if this is my 12th birthday, she said the only reason I will let you get this iPod is if you promise not to break it. And I was like, absolutely. The day that I got it, it was my birthday. I was wearing a high-waisted like little skirt, and you remember those like ones that they made at Forever 21 that was just like an elastic band,
elastic waistband,
loose fabric. Yeah, had it tucked right into there. Was walking into what's the Commonplace Market right down the street. Walking in that Common Market, walking in the back door. I think I held the door open for you and Susan. Slipped right out of the skirt. Screen cracked. And actually wasn't even that bad of a crack though. Crazy enough, the phones, they were built different back then. I think it was only like a crack, but it was like completely down the screen.
You had no case?
I had no case on it, and I sobbed because I was like, Mom's gonna kick my ass.
Huh?
I was like, that's my bad. This is exactly what she
Right.
warned me against. I think I eventually, when I started working, I was able to like get that fixed. But I think it must have been my iPod. I don't know how I would have had service, but I remember, or maybe I was on Mom's phone. Regardless, I remember opening Instagram and seeing the picture on Wollaston Beach and broke my goddamn heart. Yeah, I was at Wollaston with Mom and Susan. Yeah. Sunbathing. As if.
Whoa.
And
how are you supposed to sunbathe after that?
Right. I think I legitimately had to leave. I had to talk to Krista. I was like, what do we do?
You said someone sedate me.
Divas are down. So our next incident is, and you know what? They do include it at the end. The next incident we have is Naya Rivera drowns in 2020, right in the midst of COVID on Lake Peru.
That happens before we learn about the guy who played Puck?
No. That's why I don't like the way that they listed this. Because let's go to what's next. On January 2018, Mark Salling, who played Puck, he was found dead by suicide, like in the trees, like in the forest, like tucked away. It wasn't like it wasn't like a private scene. He did
and
it
you know
publicly.
how they found out that happened? Jake Paul was live streaming.
And this happened because
it's not funny to joke about the dead, but
obviously I'm not gonna.
He's a gross person, so it's funny.
Right. This happened supposedly because he was found guilty, or he pled guilty in 2017 to charges of possession of child pornography. And I'm pretty sure he had like terabytes of it, like a disgusting amount.
No, and any amount is disgusting. But also, I don't know what a terabyte is.
It's a lot. That's the only comparison I have, or the only way I can compute that to you is very large. It's very big.
Now that you say that, I think I understand.
Now it's clicking.
No, I get it.
So yeah, that was 2017, 2018. I'm trying to graduate high school. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they actually,
and you did it.
Pucks, and I did it. I'm well in a way. And what kind of sucks is like, this is a take to have, but like, out of all characters from the show, Puck makes sense. Like,
right.
For this to have happened in real life, like he had a straight mohawk, but like it was like buzzed down, and the rest of his head was bald. The look did not give anything but guilty.
It never gave high school either.
No, he was not fooling anybody. But Finn was the oldest.
I know.
I believed him. He was just a large man.
Yeah.
And he was so goofy and just, oh my God. Oh, I love him. Yeah, so Mark Salling killed himself. Sucks that he didn't get to serve time, but like, and he was sentenced to 4 to 7 years in prison, which is crazy. That's such a short amount of time.
Not surprising,
but like, I wonder what could have been worse than being in that prison, you know, because not all criminals are great, but they do hate nothing more than sex offenders or child assailants. So he was trying to avoid that. So in our next one, I believe this one's the last. So 2016. Oh, you know what? No. Okay. So Melissa Benoist, I think it is. It's spelled Benoist. I don't think it's Benoist. That doesn't sound right. I think it's Benoist. She basically took over like the Rachel role on Glee, but they switched the character arc in the sense that she was like the poor girl, her mom was the cafeteria worker, and like sweet lady. They just made fun of her because she was fat, and that was like their whole thing, and that she was poor.
Was she
and
goth?
like her mom, no, she was probably like more similar to Rachel, like kind of preppy. Okay. But Tina would have been the goth one. but her mom like thrifted all of her shit,
Aw.
and it's like, and now look where we are in the universe, you know, like we're in 2014 that would have got you bullied, but now it's so up.
Now she is probably upselling like a
Aw.
This one I would say is probably like the closest tie to the actual show. Melissa was dating Ryder Lynn, who was the character Blake on the show. Oh, it exported. Haunting.
Like, actually so scary.
What Matt hears at night. But they, I believe, had met on the cast of Glee. They kind of took over the role of Finn and Rachel. He was a star football player, like she was like the great singer, whatever. But they kind of had a little bit of a saucier thing when they threw in Puck's younger brother, where they
Puck
like
had a
made
younger
half
brother?
siblings. Yeah, it was a whole thing, and they weren't the same skin tone or color. They were completely different races, but they were half.
And that happens, right? So
that
don't
happens.
act so
No,
surprised.
But no. But so Melissa had, I believe, met Blake on the set of Glee, and I think I don't know if they got engaged or I think they got engaged. Unfortunately, he was physically abusing her during the course of their relationship.
Oh.
Yeah, she had an appearance
on the show?
Maybe.
Not that
maybe
it matters, but
not that it matters,
sure.
but it became more public, I believe, after filming.
Okay.
Because the show ended after 6 seasons, so Finn died 2013. It probably, the public appearance where like people kind of caught on to it, or this is an instance that she speaks of publicly now, and she's very much an outspoken voice against domestic violence. But she was on Jimmy Fallon, and her eye was all messed up. I think it was just like bruised and swollen, and she had told Jimmy at the time that it was like a clumsy accident. I think too she might have said she like fell down the stairs or something.
Aw.
But it turns out, or no, I think she actually mentioned that it had something to do with Blake. But it turned out that he threw a phone at her face and, quote, "The impact tore my iris, nearly ruptured my eyeball, lacerated my skin, and broke my nose. My left eye swelled shut. I had a fat lip, blood was coursing down my face, and I can remember immediately screaming at the top of my lungs."
That's awful.
That's how badly she was injured, and she had to make a public appearance pretty soon after, and she, as a victim, had to just kind of laugh it off and pretend it was something else.
Oh God, I can't even actually think about that because that does make me so sad because the way that they did have to probably laugh about that.
Yeah. No, and she did, and like the videos of her and Jimmy Fallon, they're like laughing, and it's like, oh, that's knowing now, that's devastating. But also, checks out with the behavior of Jimmy Fallon now, where he literally had Conor McGregor on a couple weeks ago. So he's a big old.
Aw.
And then we have our most recent loss or devastation from Glee was Naira Rivera in 2020 on Lake Peru. She had gone out with her son. I don't remember like what this like. Lakes are complicated, I guess. They can like have currents, so she got like tripped up in the current, and it's believed that her son was also in the water with her. They were like trying to swim, and she got him back on the boat, but was too tired to get herself back up. And people have long since rumored that like maybe this was an on-purpose thing, because at the time she had been going through a divorce with her ex, and I mean she was also dating Big Sean at one point, and like his song, I don't know about you, that's about Naya.
I know.
It's like, you're gonna say that about that baddie?
Right,
Big Sean, you ain't. Come on.
It is a banger, though.
Not to.
That went triple platinum that year for me. But one of the things about me is sometimes when I listen to music that I know is misogynistic, like I just have to separate it.
Well, what about Chris Brown? Do you listen to Chris Brown?
I don't listen to Chris Brown.
Okay. And that's where Zara Larsson gained a fan in me. I don't really like much of her music. I mean, I just genuinely seeing her perform, I really enjoy. I really enjoy the culture she has
she's
around her
a
shows.
Beautiful vocalist.
Her body does not quit.
It's hard to know that she's also fantastic in many other ways because it's so distracting.
It's so distracting. And she really is a vocalist, and she dances too. Like,
Yeah.
she literally, they platform her so that she's like in a aerobic or cheerleader pose, and she's still like hitting them notes.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy business. And people are like, her and Taylor Swift are so similar.
Right.
What? Meanwhile, she's like,
let's see if they can match pitch.
I hate her. So yeah, but we have now learned that Kevin McHale very recently has said that he wishes people would stop calling it a curse. It's just a lot, at least 4 devastating things happened to members of the Glee cast.
Yeah.
And actually, I'll say 3. I will say 3 because I can't include Mark because that was his own doing. Very much. He's not a victim.
Mm-hmm.
But I obviously don't condone suicide. That's not what I mean. But yeah, at the time, Nia was going through a divorce with her ex-husband, or like was going through a divorce, or like it was very recent. And I actually listened to her audiobook twice, and it's kind of sad because in the book,
does she
talks
narrate it?
about, yeah, she does. And she's so interesting. She's got a phenomenal voice. I think she honestly was one of the best vocalists on Glee. But I mean, that cast was so stacked. It's actually insane. They are all so talented, and it's so weird to me how they're not like all over everything, you know, like how you don't, I haven't seen their faces more often.
That's
like Amber.
I was talking about this the other day where I'm like, they were the world at the moment. Like at that moment in time,
they went on tour.
They were everything. Yeah, they were touring worldwide. They performed at Obama's inauguration. Like, they were the culture at that point in time. You know what I mean? And like now you've got,
and they never had a break.
No,
like that's what Nia says in the book. Like when they were doing the tour and the seasons, it was all at the same time. Yeah, so like they weren't resting, and like and some of them doing drugs.
But like now you have like Leah Michele and Jonathan Groff, who have gone on to have very successful careers. And it's not to say that other
Jonathan
people
does
haven't
nothing but spit on stage. You seen those videos?
Yeah,
he's notorious for spitting. He's got that enunciation.
And he gets to do it because he's beautiful at what he does.
He really is.
You like, so like they've gone on to have not even relatively, like they've gone on to have incredibly successful careers, and like the others are also.
I mean, Rachel,
the others are also
that's the funny girl.
Still working, but like they're not at the same sort of height or level. Right. And I wonder, like, I think, not to speculate on the sort of like mental process you go through, but like that has to like really like mess with you a little bit. You know what I mean? To like go from being so dominant,
yeah,
and then like a gradual decline, or like not even a decline, but a gradual shifting from that spot. That's gotta be a weird thing to go through.
But Chris Colfer, he has a huge fandom on his own now because he's become like a science fiction writer, and people I think he's won awards for it. Yeah, people absolutely adore his books. There was
Who was he?
There were multiple points. Kurt. There were multiple points on set where he was legitimately writing his book like in between takes.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's got like a whole series out now that he absolutely adores. Like he loves writing about it. He was 18 when he was casted as Kurt. Isn't that insane?
You're just a baby.
And he looked fresh out the
womb.
But yeah, like Kevin and what's her name?
The girl who played Jenna.
Yeah, what's her name? No, Tina.
Who the hell is Jenna?
Her name's Jenna. Awesome. They do the Glee podcast, which at first I had like gotten into, but it's
there's only so much you can do with it.
There's only so much you can do with it, and because I think both of them are still close with Ryan, they never like get behind the scenes. Like they
don't give
barely.
You anything.
No, they gave me nothing, and it's like that's what I'm here for. I'm here to know, because they were like, "Oh yeah, some of us made out," and then they'd like leave it at that. And it's like, no, I want to know who's tonguing.
Paige said, I'm trying
I'm
to write some
interested.
fanfic tonight.
Right, I'm trying to jerk it. But no, I actually, and this is, oh, my cringe is gonna go through the roof. Get ready, boys. Mikey, don't listen to this. At this point, when I had started listening to their podcast, I think it was right after I had listened to both Leah's and Naya's audiobooks, them both narrating them, where I have felt genuinely sick to my stomach because I could not be a part of Glee.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a physical reaction.
Do you remember the
Because
Glee
I was
project?
like, I wish I was there. Yeah, but I never watched it. I
I
never
don't think I
actually
ever did
entertained
either.
the Glee project, and I'm glad that I didn't because I've been seeing clips of that recently where like they would make like music videos and like had I have been that age, I probably would have absolutely tried out for it and probably not have gotten anywhere. But like, yikes! What a but like people did get on the show from that,
Through
you
doing
know?
it, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. That was one of those things that I never entertained. Like I very much dove head first into the Glee fandom. Like Kristen and I
Yeah.
went and saw the 3D their like tour
I
movie,
think I saw it
and
with
we
you
spent
guys.
we spent a disgusting amount.
No, you guys
at
spent
the
a
theater.
disgusting amount of money when you went to see Cloudy with the
Cloudy
Chance
and
of
the Chance of
Meatballs.
Meatballs. But this time we still got the bags, and I, God forbid, didn't keep any of it. Wish I had that swag bag. But no, I
swag
mean
now.
they're incredibly talented performers. I'm gonna have a lot of free time coming up, so I'm probably gonna dive back into that show. Am I gonna be mentally
I've
prepared for it? I
tried.
don't know. No, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
The secondhand embarrassment is a bit too much for me.
No, you know who I consistently get secondhand embarrassment from?
Emma?
No.
The character
Who's that?
Emma on that show. Isn't her name Emma, the teacher who's
Oh,
ends up with Matthew
oh,
Morris's character?
No, I'm talking about Matthew Morrison as a person. Like his
Right.
cameos. Where is his family and why are they not cutting him off?
Oh, sometimes I'll be like, mic drop. If I had a mic, I would have dropped it.
No, and it's so cringy, but like in the best way possible. Like he's making
authentically
money off of
himself.
that. Like, yeah, and he's financially benefiting. Like he was at I think Mic Drop Boston.
Don't forget to record it now.
Why does this keep happening to me? He was at Mic Drop Boston, I believe. One of the sizable venues, comedy venues in Boston. He had sold. I think it might have sold out. Like he's had a
Yeah, I believe that.
crowd-filled show. And it's just him just like, I think like singing and genuinely just being himself. It's basically like a stand-up act with music. But like he's not trying to be funny. Like he's just like, whatever. And honestly, goals as hell. I love that.
Right.
I like that. People coming and just paying to see me do my thing.
What the hell
Period.
was that clicking right then?
My wing. My pinky wing.
What were you doing with it?
Just getting
something about
emphatic with my hands.
Something about it was a little scary.
Oh.
And I was worried we
Well-
were going to hear that laugh again.
No, I can't.
It's just the fact that it's coming out of nowhere.
It keeps for the last time, sure, it had just finished editing. That time, there was no need
Why?
for that.
For
Why?
why?
Annabelle, please. So I guess after we briefly talked about the Glee curse, God, I would have had so much more to say. I think I love that show. It will always be a part of my core. We can venture into the Jersey Shore curse, quote unquote, for me. So many of them have been arrested.
Sure.
Snooki literally arrested on TV.
Mhm.
This was in season 3. She was drunk and disorderly. And yeah, she was like, so the main reason I want to talk about this, or I've been thinking about this show, is like, it's very much become a comfort watch for me this summer.
Yeah.
And very recently, there's been a lot going on in my life. And I've been needing some nostalgia, something to bring me back to a good time.
Throw on
and
Secret
they
Life
do
of the
that.
American Teenager.
God. If a cringe, if anything. What's her name? Shailene Woodley.
Yeah.
She was such a pick-me, dude.
You know what's crazy? The girl who played the blonde girl who was Shailene Woodley's friend in that show, she wrote that movie My Old Ass.
Right. I think I saw
Right.
that. Good for her.
Good for her.
And she was like the religious teen friend that didn't her dad die in like a plane accident?
Couldn't recall.
The amount of teens like aged shows that came out in the early 2000s that had such a grip on insane tragedies is absolutely criminal. Like the OC, doesn't one of them die in a massive car accident, like one of the main characters?
I don't know, but Misha Barton's character gets shot.
Right, sure. One Tree Hill, they have a school shooting.
Talk about One Tree Hill. They have everything happen in that stupid goddamn show.
Everything happened. One of the girls has a stalker. He he ties her up, and then the other one like gets tied up trying to save the friend. What else? I mean, Glee rarely had they only touched. They didn't have to
anything. Yeah, they were. No. They were very grounded, which is not to say that some of the things that were happening in other teen TV shows were not grounded, but there was something.
And we're not not happening, but it's the way that it was every week something was going on.
Yes, exactly.
And Glee didn't do that. It was very much close to home, oh, you could be bullied tomorrow, and you're like, I relate to that.
Yeah.
But those shows though, in The Secret Life of the American Teenager or whatever, that I believe they only have the big plane accident where one of the girls' dads die. But God, we should look into that too, because that's insane. But I mean, how else do you keep a storyline going? You know, like Grey's Anatomy, they have to have something every episode, and half the time it's an insane tragedy.
Yeah.
A huge train accident where two people become impaled into one another.
No, and sometimes I'm like, maybe I would like soap operas.
Right. I like seeing the clips of I'm gonna say Bollywood style soap operas.
Okay.
And I love seeing the crazy ways that they have those actors move. There's so many times where they'll get slapped across the face or something, and they'll be maybe 300 feet from a staircase, and they somehow spin all the way over that staircase.
Yeah.
And they go all the way. But I mean, that does happen in a lot of the soap operas, but I feel like I see some insane incidences in the Bollywood style. I saw a clip actually the other day that was this woman, she was floating and flying, and she was kicking these people's kids, their kid, and then the kid gets kicked off the mountain. But they don't make it a dummy either. They keep the legitimate child actor in the scene, and he's just look, you can this kid was in a green screen standing, and just they were look around, and he's doing this, but they have him plummeting off of off a mountain, and the parents just start running to him, and they're not getting to him, and I don't know how this scene is going to end, but it was a crazy turn of events.
You'll have to find the clip. TikTok, I hope you're listening.
No, I should. Maybe I'll edit it back in, because and you want to know something funny too, or not funny, but kind of scary, that popped up. I opened Spotify to see how long ago our last episode was. Almost a month.
Jump scare.
The thing at the top says into true crime, ? Try talking to Spotify to discover what to listen to next.
Yeah,
if that's not true crime, I don't know what is.
Right.
That is so scary. I'm not talking to you. Have you been seeing those Chat GPT ads with the old women?
No.
I keep trying to report them. They're making it like a companion for elderly people.
Oh.
But also not that old. There was one woman that was I'm doing a presentation today. You fought? You're doing a presentation? And she's
Where?
Fact check it. To Chat GPT. She goes, fact check.
Queen,
she's going to be in the grave in a year. And I have to deal with the consequences of her actions.
Know how to work the Dewey Decimal System. You fact check it.
Hey, you lazy. Get whatever mode of transportation you have to get your legs from one spot to the next and figure it out.
Figure it out. But just your legs. Don't bring your upper body.
Well, I meant in terms of they might. All right. Okay, so we have Snooki arrested on camera. They get really upset about it. I had watched this episode recently. JWoww's crying. And I love
Why is she
the
arrested?
development of this relationship, because she was. It was like 10 a.m. and she was drunk on the beach. She was like falling over, and JWoww and Dina were trying to bring her home, and then the cops get involved, and they actually were like trying to help. They were trying to carry her home, and like instead of her assisting, she straight up just like dead weight, and was like letting them drag her, and they were like, "All right, we're done. You're drunk and disorderly." So they did take her in.
Ugh.
And then JWoww had to call Snooki's dad, who absolutely delightful. Like so many of them were relatively like very close with their parents, and like I think also
they were
still
all
being like
yeah.
taken care of by their parents.
Yes. Do you know
Like,
how young they
Snooki-
all were when they started?
The youngest, I believe, at the time was Vinny, who was 21.
Okay.
I think they were all like around that. Like it was Snooki, I think was like 23. JWoww might have been like 24. The oldest was Mike.
How old was
He
he?
might have been borderline 30. He was old.
That's so scary.
Yeah, well, let me fact check that.
It's actually not that scary. Sorry, Mike.
No, and he went through it for sure. On Hershey Shore. Okay, it started in 2009. He was born in 81. Math, go. 29? 30?
When the hell did the show start?
28? 2009.
28.
Yeah, awesome. So he was the oldest. He did not look good. He looked old. He looked older than 28.
I wonder how they were all picked.
I would love to know.
Yeah.
And how like it never really changed. I've also seen clips too of the fact, and I was able to piece it together again through watching an episode. You know how it always shows them when they're walking to the shore store, how it's like they're miles away, like they're trekking to get to work.
Wasn't it right next door?
It was literally right next door.
Yeah.
They were straight up behind it. But they made sure to get that camera working. They would follow them to work when they could have just like, boop, bopped right over. So yeah, we have Snooki. Snooki's first to get arrested, and then her fellow meatball, Dina, was arrested in season 6, disorderly conduct.
Wow.
We also straight up
Season 6
watching
is
deep in. And honestly, funny enough that it's not, but this article is which Jersey Shore cast members have been arrested. But in the first 3 seasons, we were straight up watching Ronnie abuse Sammy. I mean, they were in a toxic
relationship.
Toxic relationship. And like, it went both ways, but very much so. More often than not, Ronnie was the perpetrator and Sammy was the victim.
Also, 2009, I'm 11. And I'm watching this.
Yeah, I was 9.
Mom would try to
and
not
I
let
really
us watch
enjoyed.
it. Mom would try to not. Sometimes we wouldn't be allowed to watch it.
I mean, they were drinking heavily during the day. Like, sometimes Dina and Snooki would sneak off to drink during work. And, like, they had work earliest. Like, I think actually sometimes the store would open early. Like, they had to get to work at, like, 8 a.m. And sometimes they were sneaking off to the bars at 10 a.m. Like, the Jersey Shore is very much Hampton Beach.
Yeah.
Just a little more souther. Mike saw this on I believe he was getting interviewed for a podcast or something. Apparently his dad was like a part of the mafia growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they had moved from either New York to New Jersey. Huge move. Or vice versa. And he was like trying to get out of that bad life. But during this video I'm referencing loosely, he talks about during I think it was the 4th season is when they go to, or it might have been the 5th. They blow through those first couple of seasons so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I think finally they're starting their final season. But it's like, who knows? They always, family vacation, something always pops up with these. And I can't be interested in watching anything past either what the original foundation was or like the original series. I don't know. I'm not venturing into like family vacation. Yeah. It also has been a minute since I've watched. But when they go off to Italy, Mike had started I think that's when they started to like really make money off of the show. Like they started getting like brand deals and stuff like that.
Sure.
And Mike had gotten into some pain pills I think some sort of gym accident had caused him to like actually get prescribed them and eventually become addicted. But he said he snuck like 200 pills in his socks before getting on the flight. Yeah, and like they didn't catch him, which is crazy. Like that was an international flight and he's traveling with pills.
That's crazy. Jane
They
Fonda
did not
was
catch him.
detained for having vitamins.
No, not the situation. They could not catch him. And I believe he had run out at some point, blew through 200. And when he is in this very famous scene where he's slamming his head against the wall, like him and Ronnie have a fight.
Mhm.
And he's in the right. He's like, I'm so sick of hearing you and Sammy fight. Like, I'm just so over it. Like, you guys keep getting back together. Like, stay broken up. And then he's like trying to get Ronnie to hit him, but Ronnie won't hit him for some reason because Ronnie keeps being like, yo. But instead of waiting for a hit that might never come, he starts slamming his head against like a concrete wall. This is a very old Italian building. Yeah, and then he like gets knocked unconscious and his eyes start like fading out of his head. And like Jenny's starting to hold him and he eventually gets transported to the hospital. And this is where he's able to get some pain pills back. But ultimately it was this big scheme to get access to these pills again. And so he's going through that over the course of this show, where I'd imagine probably from that season on, it just like didn't end. He had a pill problem. And it was during the time in Italy too, funny enough watching it now, that all of the other cast members are like, yeah, Mike's acting up. Something's up. But like we just don't know what.
They were
It's like
clocking it, but they
pills.
weren't sure.
Yes. Nobody caught him on that. They were all being sneaky. And then in 2019, he was sentenced to 8 months in jail after pleading guilty to 1 count of tax evasion. He and his brother were accused of filing falsified tax returns on nearly $9 million of income.
Crazy.
Meanwhile, I'm having trouble signing up for a payment plan, and they're going to get me fast.
Yeah.
They're knocking on my door. I'm worried about it. But Mike only got 8 months. $9 million, like that's crazy. But also the tax system makes no sense to me.
Right. And he's really turned things around.
He really has turned things around. He's happily married. He's got children. He's
He
dead
owns a
sober.
sober home, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing really well. And Snooki says that Mike had been making the most of his time behind bars. So who knows? Maybe he found God. I don't know.
That's
and then
what
we got
qualify as making the most of his time behind bars.
Well, the main things I think of when I think about like, no, I guess I wouldn't say like what I would do, but like low-key, if I were in jail, I would try to walk out a lot.
Yeah.
But it's also like, what happens in jail? Like some people have free time, some people don't.
Depends on what level
Yeah. Very confusing.
of crime you've committed.
I don't
if you're
want
level
to go
5,
to there.
I don't think you have a lot of free time.
No, and I don't want to go to there. I don't want sentenced outdoor time. But with where I'm at right now, I've got to pencil it in. And then we move on to Ronnie, which I didn't know his full name, Ronnie Ortiz Magro.
Hmm.
The start sentence has had many ups and downs. Yeah, I bet. After fighting Ronnie, so he's actually first. Ronnie was carted off to jail in the penultimate episode of season 1. In 2019, October, he was arrested for domestic violence after an altercation with his partner, Jen Harley, when their child was present.
Oh.
He allegedly hit her, threatened her with a knife, and kidnapped their daughter.
I don't like
And
that.
I'd actually seen a clip too where he's having another child, and JWoww like him out and is like, "You have no right to be around that child, like unless you're changing who you are, like
Yeah.
you." And like she's doing it in a sense of like as like a friend and family, where she's like, "You need to do this for you, like you need to switch your life around for you so that you can see her." It's like maybe just let these people live in peace. And
Right.
Ronnie, take yourself out of it. I don't remove yourself from that equation.
Go to therapy.
Go to therapy, big time. And he's built. His shape is so scary. Yikes. He was on probation after pleading not guilty. He was on probation for 36 months, so that's awesome, just out and about. And this had come after he had entered a 1-month treatment program for depression and alcohol addiction.
Mm.
And then in 2020, he was arrested again for domestic violence with his then-girlfriend, Safi Matos, and was later released to bond. A judge decided at the time that he has spent in treatment was significant enough to forego a trip to jail. Awesome! Awesome! That rules! And he took a step back from appearing on Jersey Shore. So proud of him for making those moves.
Right.
For knowing him. Ronnie, the biggest... I don't know how he was allowed back on Jersey Shore, to be completely honest.
Truly.
And that's one of those things, too, where, like, watching the show again, I'm like, oof, and I shouldn't be watching it, because, like, I don't want to... I mean, ultimately, my watching now does nothing to fund these individuals that, especially for Ronnie, like, has already profited off of this show big time. But, like, Sammy was treated so poorly.
Yeah.
And, like, I was gonna venture into the newest season of The Ultimatum because I like watching, and they love picking just, like, hot couples and being like, make out with each other. I was gonna watch that most recent season, but then I had stumbled upon videos where I was definitely intrigued when one of the kids basically was like, I want to marry a woman like my mom who works and puts food on the table. And but there's another kid that, like, laughed off a series of text messages when him and his trial wife, she, like, wouldn't put out at the time, I guess, and his friends had texted.
I hate that term, put out.
Yeah, it's terrible. Had texted being upset. Oh, like, put out.
Yeah.
I was like, trial wife. Yeah, that sucks.
No.
But they had texted about essentially getting our wording.
My God.
Yeah, and they were like, we'll call it the anal ultimatum. And he, like, laughed it off. And
Guillotine.
He didn't get kicked off the show. But there was another one, I think the kid the kid that I mentioned, like, this with his mom, that wasn't what got him kicked off the show, but there was some sort of letter. Regardless, I'm no longer going to watch now because I didn't get to that. I only got, like, one episode in before I started to, like, look at it on social media.
Reality shows now, I'm like, you guys have a million people working on these goddamn shows. Why are you not doing intense background checks on these people?
Right.
Why are you not scouring their social media pages? Why are you not looking into what they're engaging with? Because when you're 3 episodes deep into the season and you have to kick someone off because some racist rant of theirs has been exposed online, I know you people have the power to find that.
Right. Are you talking about the girl from Love Island or whatever?
There's been so many examples.
Yeah.
Even these people right here. Like, it's just like you have so many opportunities to make sure that you are giving the right people the opportunity to be on a platform of that nature. And the fact that they don't is truly deplorable.
Especially, no, you're right. Especially this day and age. Because, like, in terms of the Jersey Shore cast, like, social media was so new at that time that, like, God forbid any of them did anything wrong. Or, like, it did anything terrible on social media, like, how hard would it have been to find? Probably pretty hard. But, like, now, like, it's just, it's so crazy. I don't understand how internet sleuths work. I mean, I salute my soldiers.
Right.
When they're finding out the good stuff, pop off. I don't know how they have the means to do any of it, like, which kind of refers to a very public case that's happening in Massachusetts right now. The internet is doing the cops, and I think this rings true for another incident that happened in Massachusetts a couple years ago, pretty notorious case that I love talking about that I'll have to do another episode on because we deleted it, where it reflects how poorly the Massachusetts cops do their jobs. Where this is another incident where, like, even off the initial investigation, the defense attorney somehow ended up with, like, a significant piece of evidence and, like, brought it to trial in this Lindsay Clancy case. And so many, like, I'm personally seeing such a huge slew of internet detectives being like, ooh, and this actually isn't as cut and dry as, like, we're all coming into it thinking. And it's only because, like, these people decided to, like, care and look into it. And it's like, where are the people that are getting paid to do this? Where were you?
Right.
Where were you? It wasn't even investigated. So, like, regardless of what happens, it's probably not going to go the way that it should because of the lack of a proper job.
Can't trust county.
No. And, God, it's really coming to show, though, how inadequate the cops in Massachusetts are. We need to really check in on that. Two big murder cases where they're like, oh, I don't know. What? Oh, what? Please. I know Washington's a big state to get murdered in.
Right.
For my sake, please don't murder me when I'm in Massachusetts. They won't solve it.
They won't figure it out. They'll
the
get
only
it all
person
wrong.
that might solve it is Maddie, and I cannot put that in the hands of Massachusetts police. No. But the Jersey Shore cast, they're all doing their damn thing. They're still beefing all the time. They've all got a fight at all times, but like they're doing well. Also, I want to touch upon how Ronnie and JWoww they fall into like a public-ish abusive relationship where like it kind of comes out a couple years later. Like JWoww very much protected Ronnie. There's an episode where JWoww's ex-husband, what was his name? Straight up swings on her during one of the episodes because she tries to break up a fight between him and some guy Roger. Between him and some guy that was like hitting on her, and she like tried to stop the fight. She was like, "You're gonna go to jail," and he ends up swinging on her, or he pushes her back, and then the fight breaks up. They get kicked out of the club. I think it was like one of their big ones, Karma or whatever. And as they're walking home, Roger's like with his friend and like JWoww, and Jenny's upset because he had pushed her, and she like tries to talk to him about it. And there's clips of his friend like holding him back from his girlfriend because she's upset she got pushed. And he was like, well, why the would you get in between a fight between two men, like blah blah blah. And he's still like physically upset about it.
Yikes.
Yeah. And it comes out later too that Jenny, they had a domestic dispute and she did not want his visitation rights with the kids affected in any way. Where like she still like ultimately tried to protect him. So I'd call that a curse, the way that some of these people have really been negatively affected from the show. I mean, Angelina recently had a miscarriage. It's really sad.
Sad.
Snooki, I think, has had a scare with cancer. And guess who took her? Her parents. They took her to the hospital to like get some of her treatment or like to have a surgery.
It's so kind.
That's sweet. There's that family's still all close. But her and Gianni too, they have a tumultuous, toxic relationship, and like they're still together. And I'm pretty sure like there was bouts of like either one or the other or both cheating on each other. And again, very publicly. But
were they cheating or did they have an
away.
open relationship and we just weren't privy to that?
Hey. Because in that climate, there was no way people were cool with that. But there was a lot of times where Gianni at the start of their relationship, didn't like Snooki. I don't think he liked her personality.
I don't know who this man is.
That's the way it presented. Well, he's so close in size to Snooki. He's such a small man, but he's shaped like Ronnie. But he's like probably like 5 feet tall. It's just it's not funny, but it's interesting seeing them next to each other because they make a lot of sense. And then like in comparison to you had JWoww and Roger, who are both like borderline 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
very large. The contrast between the two. I think Pauly D and Vinny came out pretty untouched.
I think Vinny was
Pauly D's got a.
I think Vinny's MAGA though.
I think Vinny's MAGA, so that's just on him being in the head and just being like a privileged white man.
Yeah.
I mean, he fully was throughout the entirety of the show very codependent on his mother, and I have a feeling he very much wants that in his next partner, like a woman to cook and care for him.
Yeah.
But Pauly D, successful DJ,
Successful
doing his
DJ.
damn thing. Married or dating a beautiful woman.
Love.
But his face looks really tight. And that might be Botox, or it might just very much be how addicted they all were to tanning and or the sun.
Well, I don't think his face would be tight if he was addicted. Like if it was the.
You don't think like leather skin? Because I had someone recently pinch my
wouldn't be
shoulder hurt
tight.
and say my skin is leather.
Ooh. Oh.
No, it didn't feel great. But it also reminded me of a childhood family friend we had grown up, so it kind of comforted me.
Okay.
I liked it a little.
We can make you into a handbag after you go.
Oh. So that's reality and fictional TV for you.
Paige said we're gonna whack them both out.
Right. Well, you know what kind of, and just like a little sidebar, you know what doesn't make sense to me? That there's nothing in between nonfiction and fiction. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there should be a middle where it's like, it could, like where Glee could be real.
Mm-hmm.
A half of nonfiction. You know what I
Isn't
mean?
that
Like
what that
nonfiction.
is?
I thought it was, but apparently not. Let me look it up. Nonfiction, I think, is like completely true. I think it's a biography.
Well, yes.
Nonfiction is a document or media content that attempts in good faith to convey information only about the real world rather than being grounded in imagination.
Yeah. But
based on historical, scientific, and empirical information.
Everything that is fictional is somewhat based in truth.
Reality. Yeah. I don't know, I just like thought nonfiction was like something that could be true. It's not. It's something that is legitimately true.
Yeah.
So the more you know. Stay educated.
Stay educated, stay up.
And speaking of staying up, Maddie's gonna go right to bed.
I got to shower because this is slicked down.
Wait, get it to the mic.
I don't think you can hear it.
Yes. More, please. You ever stumble upon those people cracking the jelly butters?
Oh my god, yeah, I love that.
I like it.
Yeah, I go crazy for that. One of my coworkers brought in a Nido today.
What is that? I had actually seen
just a little
post from
you remember what our grandfather used to use when he would sit in his chair? Yeah, a stress ball. It's literally what it is. It's that.
And I might need one. Is it firm?
Firm-ish.
Because the stress ball Papa had,
quite
you
firm.
had to work on it.
Quite firm, but that was for arthritis.
It's probably good for your hand, right? I think I have that. Sometimes my fingers get locked.
No, I work on your computer all day. You should get one. You should absolutely get one. I think
I might. Nido, hit us up.
Hit me up.
I know the tweens get feral for you. What color was it? Was it fun? Like, is
Blue.
it a fun design, or it's just?
I don't know how it was acquired, but it did have a Starbucks logo on it, but it was blue, and I liked to touch it. Yeah, I liked that.
I enjoyed touching her ball.
Yeah, I liked that.
Oh, have to dabble. Oh, health. In the midnight. Now I got Zara Larson stuck in my head, but I won't do that as my song of the week. Okay. I don't really like it.
I've got mine.
Oh.
Do you want it, or do you
honorary mention? Track 10, Charlie XCX.
Yeah.
God, and seeing those clips of her at Lollapalooza.
Played that for you in the Cape.
Right, and I had heard it before that, and I was like, I'm not entertaining this. But knowing it now, and also seeing her perform it live, yum.
Yeah.
Yummy, yum.
Dude, she's so good live.
All right, what's yours?
Mine is "Fame Is a Gun," not Addison Rae's version.
Oh.
Rachel Zegler's cover.
Oh, is it beautiful?
She performs it like it's in a musical, and it's like operatic.
Oh, very fun.
Stunning. You do have to, if you're listening with headphones, you do have to like literally turn it up all the way because it's like not an official cover that's been released. Like someone has just uploaded this onto Spotify. You know what I mean?
And Maddie's dabbling.
So my earphones are all the way up when I listen.
I guess I will do "Say the Words" by Lexi B.
Lexi B.
Yeah, I've been dabbling into some new songs. My top mixes right now are indie rock and indie pop. Wow. Wow. I'm having valley fun.
Let me see what my top mixes are.
Well, I don't know if those are my top, but those are the ones I keep referring to.
Oh.
They're
What's
top
your
of-
day?
they're
Let's
top
real quick,
me.
just off topic. Let's go. What's your day list?
Excuse me?
Yikes! This is an embarrassing one for me to get.
Oh, is it when Spotify like creates the playlist for you or whatever?
Yeah, based on like your listening habits.
How do you get to there?
Go to your library and search day
Yep.
list, or go to your homepage and search day list.
Don't patronize me.
Huh?
No, that wasn't patronizing.
Is this the one? It's okay. It's not in your library. Is this the one where it creates like a silly little name?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I'll go for snowboarding or a farming Wednesday evening.
Whoa.
What the hell does snowboarding got to do with anything?
You're by
The
yourself.
or farming
maxing.
Wednesday evening. By myself, maxing. What?
There was a
Aw.
guy who said that online the other day, and he is getting torn to shreds over it. He's getting roasted, red to filth. He was like,
Gotta
just
get
by
it.
myself maxing.
I guess that checks out though. Snowboarding, that's very much a solo journey.
Ah, I love that. Way to read into it. Mine, it's as embarrassing to get because I'm 28 years old.
Mm.
Punkish teen rock Wednesday evening.
And you know what? I would have figured that for mine. But
First song though, Lil Dicky. Interesting.
my first song, Tame, Impala.
Tame. Oh, Tame.
No, I thought they had
Oh
fun. I
no,
don't know.
Moira Rose. Tame.
No.
Empala.
Guys,
Hit her.
I don't
Hit her.
know. And that's our episode, folks.
It
a
was a
long one.
ride. Wait, you're telling me that was an audio queer production? Sounds kind of gay to me.